That hard hat, Alco hard hat. We got to tell somebody about that number. That number 33, baby. That number 33. Hard hat, Alco. We are family. Hey, hey, yeah. I got all my sisters and me. Hey, 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 hey. We are family. Yeah, yeah.
Stand up, everybody, and sing it, Coach. We are.
Let's go.
That was awesome.
The things they get me to do, I tell you.
You know,
You black out during that time. It's okay. You're forgiven.
we were just talking during the break. When you have good kids and good coaching, that combination normally leads to really good times. That right now, that's what it is right now. And congratulations to you, your staff, and your players, because as I've said this multiple times, you guys aren't just a feel-good story in the ACC. This is one of the best stories in all of women's basketball. This is a great basketball league, and here you are fighting for first place. I mean, that is a testament to all parties involved. So congratulations on that. I know there's still work to be done, but man, you guys have been fun to watch.
Give down to the guy. I tell you what, we've been led by him, and we've been led by a player-led team and who they understand the assignment. You know, we've got focus fun. You know, we can have fun if you're focused, but if you got to get rid of one of them, let's get rid of the fun part, but stay focused.
What have you seen? You guys have won 5 straight. What have you seen from your team in this stretch? Because we all know this time of year is when you want to be playing your best basketball. Is there something that stands out to you?
This is my favorite part of the year. I wish that my birthday was in March or April, because that's when I rev up, you know. I just love the way they look in their eyes. These young ladies understand that it doesn't really matter what anybody say on the outside. It's not even what I say or do for them either. It's about what the mirror says. And we're fighting every day for that mirror to tell us that job well done. And the only one that can tell you the truth is that mirror.
Coach, you know, a lot of folks just think, oh, it's Dyaisha Fair. She scores 30 every night, and that's the way it's going. It's really not, though. I mean, she's a great player. I mean, an incredible scorer. She just understands how to play the game the right way. Comes to her, she can go off and score 30, or she can get everybody else involved. But your whole team has kind of stepped up, haven't they? And we had Georgia on the show last week, and then she goes off and scores 25. I mean, it's almost like every night there's something cool about this Syracuse team that's causing problems for everybody else in the league.
We're just understanding that we don't have a go-to player. If we have a go-to team, we always say it's our family versus their team. And when you're playing for your family, and for your family to have like respect for what you've done for that 2 hours, you play different. It hits different, and the assignment is a little bit different, and that's what we make this about. These young ladies, we do the work in the summertime. They come to my house, we play foosball, spades, and we get it done off season. They are my life, you know. I don't have a lot of fun things I do outside of hanging out with the team and watching them grow and get better and become phenomenal women. And they understand that. And so they know that, you know, I care enough to tell them the truth. And sometimes the truth isn't hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But when you do the work in the summertime, I think they know that's coming from a good place. And I'm fortunate enough to be a part of this gang.
We do talk to you a lot about Dyaisha Fair and the journey of her coming with you to Syracuse. So did Georgia Woolley, though. And she's one that Pac just mentioned has been a bright spot for you guys lately, especially after she came on our show. I think it was our show it's the ACC PM bump.
Is this the show? Absolutely.
It's the show.
Right.
She got the hard hat after a win a couple of games ago, and then dropped another great game in your last win. What about her? What about her growth have you seen from when you first had her, you got her from Australia, to where she is now?
Well, Georgia is one of the most fierce competitors I've ever come to coach. And the unfortunate part of her, she had to sit out for 37 days from a concussion, 37 days. And it took some strength from her. And everybody seemed to forget that this kid was pretty good for us last year as well. Mm-hmm. But now that she's getting her strength back and her ability to get her endurance up and back on the floor, I think that you're seeing why she was Rookie of the Year in the MAC conference. to me, arguably the best mid-major conference in the country.
Coach, the NCAA is a little teaser last week, throws out the top 16 teams on both the women's side and the men's side, just to give people, you know, a little flavor for what's coming up in March. Couldn't find Syracuse. Something tells me that was, thank you very much. We will take that and let that burn in our souls for a little bit, and let's get to work. I'm curious if you saw that. I'm sure you heard about it and how you handled it.
Well, you know what? I tell our players all the time and my coaching staff, we can't control what a committee thinks about us, but we can control what we think of us. We can control our locker room. We can control our passion, our intestinal fortitude. We don't worry about that stuff. We don't. Some people fight. We should be 16, one of the top 16 teams, and I'll tell you the reason why. And they give this major sermon about that stuff. We can't control that. What we're going to do is put our head down, tend to the sheep, and let the results be what they are. And people know if they pick the right ones or not and why they did it. But for us here at Syracuse, for women's basketball, we're just going to put our head down, do the work, and let everything else take care of itself.
I know you haven't necessarily had it yet, so you can't speak to personal experience, but we make a lot of this double bye. Before you get to the NCAA tournament, you got to get through the ACC tournament, and winning that is a challenge and an honor. Do you speak to your team about the double bye? Because you guys are in position right now, and I'm sure from a coach's perspective, you probably have your viewpoints on why it is important to secure that.
Nope. I don't talk to them about a double bye, a single bye, or we're just privileged to be in this conference. It's an honor to be in the best conference in the entire country. And for us to position ourselves like this is a testament of what kind of fight our young people have. But as far as the double bye, single bye, when that situation presents itself, then we'll deal with it. Right now, it's 3 more games to play, and it's still a lot of moving and shaking going on. And if we look ahead and count our tomorrows, we won't feel the blessings of our todays.
Amen.
Makes sense. And again, I wrote down, by the way, in ink, I always like when we interview coaches, they'll give you a tidbit every now and then. And I wrote down in ink, Coach, tend to the sheep. I'm going to start stealing that one. Time to tend to the sheep. I like where you're going with that. By the way,
it's
you
a
mentioned
biblical thing.
I know it. I know exactly what that is. You talked about this being a family, and again, it's more than just the Dyaisha Fair show. But she was asked recently about the relationship she's got with you. Here's what she had to say. I don't know if you've seen this or not. Check it out.
She means the world to me. I didn't get this far without her, and then I wouldn't, make a different decision, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
There you go. That means something, right? Yeah. From a coaching perspective, it can't get any better than that.
No, it really can't. This kid has done the work. She has gotten herself to this position. She was a ready person, and she just wanted somebody to pour into her. She wanted somebody that she can trust. And I just said, I raised my hand and said, give me a chance. And she wide openly gave me that opportunity to coach her. And not only did she believe in me once, she believed in me 3 times. At Buffalo, when we came from Buffalo to here, she gave me that opportunity to coach her again. And then she could have went to the WNBA, and she gave me that opportunity to coach her for a 3rd time. To that, I give glory to God, and I just say, I don't know what I've done in my past to deserve somebody so amazing as this young lady here, but I got to keep trying to be the best version of myself because she deserves the best of me because I know for certain she's giving me the best of herself.
Yeah, I think she says the same about you. If we're talking family, the Syracuse family, Adrian Autry obviously over on the other side doing the men's thing. They picked up a nice win last night, a big win over North Carolina last week. How often, I know you guys are both in the thick of things, but are you able to converse or exchange basketball knowledge or just pop in and say hi? And how often you're able to check out the men?
I was just in my office with the men's, our football coach, Coach Fran, and Coach Autry and I, we talk every day, whether it's a text or we see each other in the hallway. Our goal here under the watchful eye and the leadership of John Wildhack is to not just win championships here. Our goal is to create a dynasty where we all win. So after that tough win that our guys had last night, I texted Coach Autry and just said, survive in advance time. Doesn't matter how ugly or pretty it looks, just find a way to get that W and move on. And he does the same for me. And I think that, you know, we're all in this together, from lacrosse, women's lacrosse, men's lacrosse, to soccer. Every day you'll see the soccer coach put something out for men's and women's basketball. This is the family that is going to lock elbows and say, we're going in at you hard, but creating a dynasty.
Yeah, we had Judah Mintz on. Was it earlier this week, or was it was earlier this week? It's been a long week. Last week, and I asked him, "Hey, you one-on-one with Dyaisha Fair, who you taking?" And he obviously gave a lot of props to Dyaisha's game. They're two great guards. What do you say to that, Coach? How about that matchup one-on-one up there in the dome? We got to get that going.
I'm putting my money on my Dyaisha Fair, baby.
I feel that.
But
I get that.
But I just, those guys, they stay in my office. I mean, they call me Coach Mom, and, you know, Mama Jack, or, you know, just hanging out with Chance, who's sitting out this year. We're a family here, and I demand that. And I think that every other coach demands it too. When I see those guys walk by, I call them all sons, and they look around like, hey, you talking to me? Yeah. I'm old enough to be your mom, and I'm the coach here, so yeah, you're my son. And they received that, and now everybody's about it right now. We're all coming together as one, and I love the fight that Adrian's putting out there for our men's team and his assistant coaches, and I love what my coaches are doing, and I just really believe that, you know, Mr. Wild had picked some wonderful people to guide these teams here, and our goal is to come at you as a dynasty.
Yep.
Well, before we let you go, I've already bragged that you've got the best nail game in the ACC. So you want to showcase
ask
it?
Somebody.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there you go,
yeah.
Coach. I'm not showing off mine because they're not good enough right now.
I don't have that much time, but I make an hour a day to go get my nails done once a week, and it's silly, but it's fun.
Coach, you never let me down when it comes to the nail game now. Again, you're still #1 on the list. I'm just going to tell you that right now. #1.
Let's go.
I love it. Well, keep up.
I appreciate what you guys doing. I tell you, you guys got the best job. The ACC is alive and well from every sport. Our women's basketball is #1 in the country, and you guys report that and share our story now, and it's wonderful. Thank you so much for telling our story.
Well, you just keep doing your thing, because you make it easy on us when everybody's winning and having a good time doing it, and that's the way it's supposed to be. We wish you nothing but the best down the stretch.
Thank you.
Thanks,
God
Coach.
bless.
Thanks, Coach.